All right, let me start out by saying thank the Lord for His amazing grace and His unspeakable gift.
Yes.
And to all the leaders who's here today, especially the pastors of these wonderful churches from inside Chicago and outside Chicago, and representing all 77 communities in the city of Chicago. And let me thank my brother wife here for the introduction of me coming up as well, and for her support as well. And let me also thank the media for coming out today and for covering this event. I am running for, made the decision to run for the mayor of the city of Chicago. And let me also say this too. I feel that there is a need to make sure that to spread out to the different community, not only the African American community, but the Latino community, Asian community, white community, and other that's represented today. We started out for a town hall meeting, and we went to 4 of them last month, and down through the past 3 years, we've been out supporting our churches around the city of Chicago.
Right. Yes, sir.
It doesn't matter what nationality they happen to be. We've been out there. And most of the time we have a tendency to not to go outside of our community, our environment. But we realize that we have to also to reach out, as we've done the past 3 years and beyond. I want to say this too, if it proves possible. I don't need to run for mayor to get a paycheck. My want to do this is to serve communities.
That's right.
We want to bring all race, creed, and color together.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Doesn't matter what your nationality happens to be.
That's right.
Your orientation, et cetera, et cetera. It doesn't matter. We're all human beings, and we're going to work hard. One thing about Chicago in this particular race, you get me free of charge. I owe no one any money. I don't have nobody giving me 10, 15, or 20 million dollars, and that is them. I owe no politician any favor. The only thing I'm committed to doing is on the citizen of the city of Chicago. It's 77 communities.
That's right.
Amen.
Yeah,
That's right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll be beholden to the community. I would take no money that exceeding $10,000, $20,000, $50,000. That ain't gonna happen. But those who want to donate to my campaign can donate $5 or $10 or what have you. I think you can do that. We're prepared to go through this race with our own dollars, of course. I think that the past 3 years, what I learned the most is that we had an opportunity to get out and visit the homeless. We had an opportunity to get out and visit the sick, the shut-in, senior citizens.
Yes, sir.
We had the opportunity to learn ourselves out here, what it's all about.
Yes.
To make sure that we can now succeed. It's tough being poor, you don't have the resources.
Yes.
Right? We also learn a little bit more about pulling us together. We got to make sure that the community work together. One person cannot solve the problem of 2 or 3 million people or more. It takes togetherness.
Yes.
Yeah.
One person cannot fix the crime
Yes.
by itself. One person cannot fix all the economic that we particularly need, or the education system. But one person can open the doors and communicate.
Yes.
And that people can have input and put in. One person understand how to work with businesses and bring them together to have economic empowerment within all of our communities. We cannot leave out the black and brown community, Asian community, and other communities, Polish community, et cetera, et cetera. We cannot leave them behind.
Yes, that's right.
We must bring them all up together. The economic situation in Chicago, businesses must reflect all of Chicago.
Yeah. All
of Chicago. The color of your skin, to me, doesn't matter, right?
That's right.
I'm African American, I'm white American, I'm Latino American. I'm all of those Americans.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Right?
Yeah.
And we're not going to allow anybody to play otherwise. Let me say this too. We will continue to give to our churches, and we will continue to give to our community. We will continue to give to our senior citizens, the homeless. That will not stop, right? No, I know people said that we did the gas giveaway, that we gave the $1.2 million. But if you recall, and I like for the press, if you're going to tell a story about it, tell the whole story.
Yeah,
All right,
yes, sir.
all right. In 1996, Wall Street Journal. Go back and take a look. Front page article, right? That we were giving away millions of dollars way back then. Up there. I had no politics left on my mind. 6 months ago, Hurricane Ida down in New Orleans. You can research this and talk to the mayor. We went down and took $1 million down there, the Hurricane Ida.
Yes, we did.
And we gave it away. We gave every penny away to the people in New Orleans. Well, I wasn't running for mayor in New Orleans.
Right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I also, we went up to California. We didn't go just to the African American community. We went to the Latino community, the white community, give away face masks there. I wasn't running for a mayor of California, you know. We went all around the state. The people needed face masks, you know. I wasn't running for a mayor all these different places here. All right, last year we given over $4 to $5 million to the homeless, our churches, and our communities. Do your research. All I'm saying that if you're gonna tell a story, tell a real story.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Tell us.
Yeah. Not just half. And I know within the next week or so, I'm gonna make another decision whether I'm gonna go back out, gasoline price don't go down, and do the same thing that we did, 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And look, it touched me the first time we gave the $200,000. I had no idea that it was that devastating. But the people was unable to get gasoline. We went in our pocket and we gave money out of our pocket until we gave away the $50 to help them out. Some people didn't get a chance to get in at all. So I decided that I felt a little bad about $200,000. We decided then to go out and give $1 million away.
That's right.
Yes,
Right? And even after we gave the $1 million away, we still had people who was unable to do that. We didn't just do Chicago. We did 50 service stations. We did Hazelcrest. We did Markham. We did Harvard, Evanston, Oak Forest. We wasn't running our mayor in all those cities. Yeah, we went out there and we did that.
That's right.
You know, and we do it again. We'll do it again. Now, if Chicago don't allow me to do it again, we try to put up some roadblock, then we'll just go over in Indiana and suburban area and have the people in Chicago come out there and get gas.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Doctor. Yes, sir.
We'll do what it takes, right? So look, just want you to tell the story and tell the truth.
Yeah.
You know, we don't owe anybody anything but Jesus Christ, right? I don't know today nothing anybody can do for Willie Wilson but pray for him.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? So the talk is cheap, but people out here is hungry. You know, they're starving to death. They're homeless people under the viaduct. When we give them something, a lady and a husband, we gave away sleeping on the viaduct for 4 years, 4.5 years. For that 4.5 years, we gave one $350, the other one $350. And they said, sir, you know what? We got a total of $700. For 4.5 years, we've been on this viaduct. Now we finally can get us a 1-bedroom apartment.
Wow.
These are the things that life's supposed to be all about.
That's right.
Right? People ask me how much money that we're going to give to our campaign personally. Well, I'm going to tell you that because I know your ears are itching to do that. We're going to add up today. I think it may be already in the bank. But we're going to pledge to my campaign to start with $5 million. So we're going to pledge $5 million and do what it takes. Right?
That's right.
But we're going to also support out of the $5 million. We're going to support our African American media, our Latino media, our Asian media, our white media, female media. We want to support all the dollars around. Because we've got to be inclusion, you know, out here. You know, it'd be unfair to support one area and not to support the other area.
Yes.
All right. So all the areas we're going to reach out and support. All right. And so, look, I think that we covered most of the stuff. The town hall meeting, we're going to continue with it. In fact, we got a town hall meeting today at 5 o'clock. We have about 125 white female professional business people today at 5 o'clock. We're going to have that right here. And we want to make sure that we want to hear from them. We want to hear from them. Antoinette and all of them, the young lady, we want to hear from them. We want to know what are some of the issues. Right? And we want to listen to them, you know. But we only want to do what the people want, not what the politicians want. We're going to do what the people want. Those are the things that we strive that we're going to take and do for. We'll be hitting the airwaves for a little bit out here, and then we'll work the community. You know, so having said that, I think that I'm gonna pull a meeting here probably in another month or so, and give you all the pointers how we plan on fixing these different areas, especially crime. The crime must stop, will stop.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we're going to fix that. And we'll go into details at our meeting. We'll invite all the press, we'll just go through it. But understand this, these are my ideas, but the ideas that I take from the community, and we put them all together. And making sure that the community is involved into everything that we say or we do. You know. And by doing that, we fix Chicago together.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right? And so we'll be able to also to communicate with people. All right? People ask me about why did I, young lady this morning asked me why did I support Mayor Lightfoot last time. Well, let me say this much. We had two choices last time, and we made this choice to support her. In fact, I still got a picture on the wall here somewhere. But let's say it this way, and I'm not going to go around and criticize her because she, you know how she's done so far. You know that more than I know about it, all right? But if I had to look back, as I told the reporter this morning, that was me supporting Mayor Lightfoot, I made a mistake. I made a hell of a mistake. Yeah, I made a mistake. You know, and I have to say that because I've been very disappointed. You know, this is Chicago in my town.
All right.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
It's my town.
Yes.
Right? I care about its people, all its people. Right? And I'm gonna stand up there for it.
Yes.
And I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
All right? Right? And now, I made a mistake, all right? haven't came out the way we like for it to came out. I know you guys don't prevent that, but look, that was that. And I say this too. Real Lightfoot had her people call me a week ago, and my comment was this, was that had her people call me, but she didn't call me. Her people called me to meet with me. And I told her I'll express to the people that if I come back from a business trip, if they want to meet with me, we'll meet and talk. You know, if they want to ask me not to run and drop out the race, I will ask her one thing. I'll ask her to get out the race. if she decides to run, you know. All right. So, but that's pretty much that. But I don't have any bitterness, because that ain't Christian like to have.
That's right. That's right. That's right, doctor. That's right, doctor.
So I would not carry bitterness, nothing like that. I wish her the best of whatever she has to do, but she got to leave City Hall.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right now.
So, again, I want to take some questions. I want to thank all the pastors, the bishops who were here today, and all my friends. And we had it here because we was going to have it at a bigger place, but what's the name of the place? Margiana, but they, because of the COVID restriction, I guess couldn't get enough help, so we couldn't have it down there. And so we decided, well, let's do it in my house here, you know, and we thought we would do it here. But we'll be bringing on the massive when we do it next time out here to do it. This campaign is meant again for all people. You know, what are you? Straight or unstraight? Gay, lesbian, or other. All right. It's for all citizens. We all are human beings.
That's good.
All right. And we cannot discriminate because of what you prefer to do with your life. You know, everybody have those decisions, do what they want to do with it, but they got to make, you know, face God Almighty, whatever. All of us have to do that. All right. But it is right that we must support anybody, everybody, as long as they are a human being. Right. And so we don't know discrimination or anything with that. Appreciate that very much. So anyway, I pause, and anybody got any questions to ask, feel free. We are what you call open. Once we take that office, we'll really have an accountant come along every 3 months and do the book, independent of us. You know, independent, nothing be hidden. You know, taxes gotta go down. We run citizens out of Chicago when we raise taxes on them. Citizens in Chicago go and shop in Indiana, all right? Business leave out of the state, all right? We run them away, all right? We must find other ways to reduce taxes, bring economic development within our city. We must take those dollars and do business out of state, international as well, and bring resources to not only the major corporation, but bring them to small businesses as well. You know, I may not know much, but I know business.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right? I know business, right? So we must bring that together. But these taxes and stuff don't fix the problem. You know, this casino and stuff coming up. We got our ideas about that. The marijuana places that came up. We won't be what you call all white just got the marijuana place and no Latina, Asian American or African American. We must share that.
That's right.
Share the wealth. We must do these things, you know. Everything. So every dollar that comes out of the city of Chicago, yeah, we must make sure it reflects the citizens of Chicago. All right, any questions?
Dr. Wilson, you've helped a lot of people with your money. As mayor of the city of Chicago, what would be your strategy to get the city to help people with the city's money?
Well, first of all, I would make sure I continue to give away my money by setting the example. Right. Next, I would take and make sure the city money would reflect the population. Right. Next, we would get rid of the money that people have friends with. Everybody gets the contract. All right. Do that. And the main thing we would make sure that we do is that everybody benefit equally and fairly. Next, we'll put a committee together that's making sure that we got a makeup of all citizens of Chicago, a board separate than city hall, right? To make sure that what we're doing reflects all communities, white, black, Latina, Asian, American, etc. We will make sure that. If I'm coming, as I become mayor of the city of Chicago, I will make sure that everybody's included, that everybody get a fair break, and we will work hard to make sure it reflects the people that look like Chicago.
Dr. Wilson, you've run unsuccessfully for mayor 2 previous times, unsuccessfully for Senate and for president. What makes you think this is the time that you can win?
Craig, did you ever read the thing about Abraham Lincoln ran 21 times before he got president?
All right. But in all seriousness, I mean, what's going to be different this time, you think, that you're going to get over the hump?
Well, I think, Craig, you know the media. You all wouldn't all be here if I wasn't a threat. You know, we're gonna win it this time. We're gonna win. We learn more. We're persistent.
Yes, sir. That's right.
I got all these pleasure and business people behind us here, unified together. We're gonna win because the Lord said we're gonna win.
Yeah.
All right. And I mean, we're going to take that win at this time successful because the fact is that the desire, I didn't sink in, maybe perhaps I didn't put in $5 million last time, all right, to make sure we get our message out. We didn't last time get to the town hall meetings, the 7 town hall meetings, to get the input, what people really need for and everything, you know. So we'll feel very confident about that. And unsuccessful, I was successful in my last 3 runs for president, and all of them, because the fact is that you learn, you know, you build, you know. You cannot, Craig, you wouldn't have became a reporter unless you learned some things every day, or you'd be in your position where you at today, right?
That's right.
Right. So I feel good about it. We understand a lot of things. And then we're going to take and deal with it this time on a respectful way that makes sure we got open communication with all communities and understand that. I think the rest of the candidates that may get in the race or plan to get in the race, where is their money going to come from, and who's the mayor if they get in the race? Who's running them and pulling the strings behind? All right. That's not going to happen here. And I think Chicago have a lot of good sense, its citizens, and to know right from wrong and know who's doing what. You know, so we look forward for doing out there and being involved with it. I mean, like starting the day, Craig, we running for mayor starting now.
Yeah.
Dr. Wilson, did you say that you were giving your campaign $5 million? Just want to be clear about that.
I have gave my campaign $5 million. I think the bank done opened up the account today. Last I checked it, the bank is supposed to be in there. Now, when y'all go and check it, it may not come up today, but it got to come up tomorrow because I just authorized to put it in there this morning.
All right.
All right. And I'm not, it's $5 million, yes, that is in the bank. If it's not in there right now, it'll be in there this evening.
One more question on clarification of money. Are you saying that you're not going to accept a paycheck? You're going to run, you're going to be mayor of Chicago drawing no salary? Is that what I understand?
No, but hey, look, what does that money accept to? How much mayor make? How much money they make, the mayor make? How much they make? $175,000? Look, I take my wife out one night on a cruise.
All
One night, on 1 week on a cruise, we spend more than that. All right? So, but I'll say it this way. Whatever check there is to come to me, they can make a check out straight to their churches and our organizations. I'm not running money doesn't move me.
So you will not accept a paycheck as mayor?
Did I say that? No. Personally, I would not accept it personally. All right, but I would take the paycheck and direct it to the churches or non-for-profit organizations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Wilson, who did you vote for in the 2020 presidential election?
2020. I don't know why you asked me that.
I think it's relevant.
Huh?
I think it's relevant.
I think that's personal, isn't it?
Is Joe Biden the properly, fairly elected president of the United
Say
States?
that again.
Is Joe Biden the properly, fairly elected president of the United States?
Wait, hold on. Hey, one more time. Say that one more time.
Is Joe Biden the properly, fairly elected president of the United States?
He's running for mayor, not for president.
Let's put it this way. I have lived all my life in running for office and going with what the result came out with.
That's right. Yes.
All right? And I will continue to do that unless I find out for myself it's differently. All right? So the vote come out, our system set up comes out to say this person won, then those are results that I go with it unless I find out something differently. You know. So I mean, did that answer your question?
It does not.
Huh?
Is Joe Biden the properly elected president of the United States?
Well, how would I know if he the popular or not? I don't get the vote or nothing like that. But you never heard me come out and say that it was unfair. Like you never heard me say that. You know. But I'm running for mayor of the city of Chicago, not president. And I'll let y'all have all the questions that you want to have. So look, I would never run for the media. All right? I would answer whatever there is need to be answered. I would never run for media because I don't really mean anything to nobody else but the city of Chicago. All right? But the same token is this right here. I'm not going to answer a question that I don't want to answer. You know.
That's right.
So that's bottom line with it. Again, I say this, is that ever since I've been running for politics, I've been with the result that came in that they say they are yay. All right? I'm not running this race as president of the United States. I want to stay focused and we're running for mayor of the city of Chicago.
Well, Dr. Wilson, Chicago's a Democratic city. You've supported Bruce Rauner in the past. You did say you voted for President Trump. What do you say to people who worry that you're too conservative?
What did I say? What now?
If people think you're too conservative, what do you say to people who think you're too conservative?
I think they say that I'm too conservative giving my money away. I continue to give it away. You know, look, people say a lot of things. When I give away my money, they say I'm too conservative. I shouldn't give away to churches. I shouldn't give away to people on the street, the homeless. I shouldn't do it over here. Look, I don't tell anybody what to do with that money. Don't tell me how to spend my money. All right? If you're conservative to me, I'm who I am. You know? So I don't. That's their own opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But let me say this too. One thing that I'm about, and I would fight this to my grave. I'm about religious freedom. I'm about religious freedom. You should not shut down the church because of COVID-19. When you don't shut down the marijuana place. Right. You should not do that. Yeah, but our religion is secret.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, the doctor can't tell us the science what to do when we got a God that made the science in the doctor. Right? So our religion is secret. Stay away from our religion. You know, this lady here, that the mayor of the city of Chicago, have had enough nerve to come into our churches and they tell them to close down and giving them tickets. You know, I resent that. You know, all right, I totally resent that. And another thing is as well as too, I would take the police department and making sure that they got a right to decide whether or not they would like to take a shot or not. They got freedom. My thing is that we should not have taken and laid those people off and they got families to take care of. Those are men and women who put their life on the line for us. You know, I'd say this here, if they wanted to take the test, take one that will come out positive, take off. When they come back negative, you can go back to work, all right? But to take those police officers and their families, still gotta make a living, it's wrong. You know?
Maybe one or two more questions. I can see Craig Dellamore here.
Dr. Wilson, can you give us some inkling of how you would approach the problem of crime, since it's the #1 issue? I know you're going to outline a full plan, but what's the basis? What are the things that you start with as you formulate that plan? And please answer in that direction for all the cameras, since I'm back here.
All right, thank you. I didn't know where the camera was. Greg, I believe that crime is not going to be taken care of until you find the root of the problem, right? I think our neighborhood, those particular neighborhoods, those pockets of neighborhood now have spread it into other neighborhoods as well, all right? I think you got to deal with the economic part, the resources part. People cannot take care of family with minimum wage, all right? Minimum wage, they won't even pay for family insurance. So they got to go out and commit these different things. I think you got to get trade within the school system, also in the prison system, have trade within our churches so people can learn a trade. When they learn those trade and come out, give them a contract with the city of Chicago.
Yes, sir.
For economic empowerment in the community itself. That's where it start. But the most important thing was start with our citizen community to help us with it, because one person can't do it. But while we're coming along with it, raising both at the same time, we must make sure these people are trained, you know, and we must make sure they got trade, all right? And we make sure that they, even in school, make sure that's available for them to take a trade course and do it. If you come downtown Chicago, this building I live in right here, I watch it goes up for 5 or 6 years. This building here. I had yet, probably until a few months ago, I had seen one black or brown person work on the construction of this building here, you know. But see, and you go around Chicago, the construction site, you don't see people, it doesn't reflect Chicago. And I think you guys, if it reflects Chicago, is that in this crime situation, give people money enough that they can make a decent living and take care of their families, you know. I think that's gonna be the start of it, and the education, get out and talk to the people. I think create the CTA, for example. People robbing people on CTA. You got to bring back police officers on these CTA.
Yes,
you know. In fact, I'll let you all know I'm gonna ride the CTA train myself.
yes,
You
sir.
know, and come down and deal with that. But you got that police officer to protect our citizens.
Yes.
You know? You must take the trade from these people in the CTA, the mechanic, bring trade, apprenticeship, let them learn how to do mechanic work, fix these buses, then turn around and give them a contract. And then they're in the community, they live in the community, they stay in the community, then economic empowerment results from the community. Yeah.
Let's do one more question. Laura Washington, you have anything?
Yes, I do actually. Thank you. You're going to, Dr. Wilson, you're going to run on the strength of your experience as a business person, and you expressed that very well. There have been other politicians in the recent past who run on those goals. I notably Bruce Browner, the former governor, and notably the former president, Donald Trump, and many people think that they did not succeed in running the state and running the country as well. So what would you say to people that say that maybe just being a successful business person is not enough, and maybe it's important also to have government experience, public policy experience, that kind of thing?
Well, government experience have got us in all this mess we're in right now, number one, right? My record prove and say that I care about the people because I put my money where my mouth is, all right? Nothing gonna change by me giving. I'm just gonna make sure everything, the dollars come out, reflect the population, make sure it's done fairly and equally, all right? But I'm gonna set the example by continue to give, all right? But we look, I told this to Bruce when I was supporting him at a church. And so Bruce got mad out, passed out the dollar in the churches for taxes, right? Well, I knew that people was going to be, come in there, didn't have a home. So I put another $300,000 or $400,000 in my pocket. We gave out the checks. We ran out of it. But here come these people coming in here, didn't have a home or anything, and didn't have a bank account. So I gave them cash money. So Bruce said, well, why you give them cash money? You shouldn't do this, this, and that. And I said, well, why would I get somebody a turkey or something like that when they don't have a bank stove to cook it on? You know, so he didn't understand that. Okay, I have the experience of understanding human interest.
Yeah.
Okay. Versus other politicians.
You're saying that you're different from, say, the Bruce Rauner because you really have the human connection, you know, community connection in a way that perhaps the Bruce Rauner and other business people do not have that kind of connection. Is that what you're saying?
Well, first off, I'm not bought by anybody. I don't owe anybody any favor politician-wise or non-politician-wise. I don't know what his giving is. I mean, a lot of people give a lot of money to a lot of different charities, which I don't have a problem with, all right? But I give from the grassroots. I give from the people who's sleeping on the ground, you know, and come all the way up. And I still work 16 hours a day, Mr. Washington. I worked 13 years and they didn't pay me down south. You know, 13 years, they didn't pay me. They didn't pay me one penny in 13 years. Right? And then after 13 years I worked out there, during the time from Jim Crow days, Dr. Washington, was that when we would be in the field, chopping cotton, picking cotton, all of us out there, now you had the landlord did it very wrong and stuff like that, and we had to just get what they gave us. And I feel the same thing. A lot of people today out there can't make it. I'm sensitive to all of that. You know, they need the resources out there, but also they need training along with it. And that makes people bitter when people do them wrong. And we got to get the bitterness out of white and black and Latino and things of that nature to pull us more together. And somebody got to be a leader out here to make sure that happens. And if you don't set the example, then nobody ain't gonna follow you out here to help the people. Setting example is what it's all about. And we will set those examples being kind-hearted, humanitarian. If you can take, and you gotta take the same approach with crime, Dr. Washington, as you took with COVID-19. The same effort gotta be put into crime as COVID-19. I think that COVID-19 in the black and brown community with these crimes, we've been had COVID-19 for the last 5 or 6 years. You know, so we got to take those same approach. I will attack that the same approach from a humanitarian situation, and that's why we are different. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Can you just tell us why you think Lori Lightfoot does not deserve a second term? Why does Lori Lightfoot not deserve a second term?
Well, I think that our citizens of Chicago haven't been, well, first off, it need a lot more communication, I think, but I think that the citizens are going to be the one to make that decision, should be the one to make that decision. I put this out at you. I'd say if I'm going to say one thing about why she don't deserve a second term, there's a lot more I can say, but I'm going to say this one thing. She don't deserve a second chance because she messed around with religious freedom.
Thanks,
Thank y'all.
everybody.
Thank you.